pregnant.
What do you call a 15-pound, grumpy-faced 14-year-old cat with owl-like eyes who went from living on the streets to becoming a beloved family member? You call him Panda, and his story will make you believe in second chances, even for the most unlikely heroes. Picture this. It's February 2025, and somewhere in Virginia Beach, a massive black and white cat with severely matted fur and damaged ears finally decides he's had enough of street life. After surviving on his own for too long, Panda walks into his trap. Not because he was fooled, but because this gentle giant was smart enough to know he needed help. Panda's story begins with heartbreak. He once had a loving home with an elderly owner, but when she passed away, life took a devastating turn. Her daughter offered to take him back, but only as an outdoor cat. Instead of accepting that fate, Panda found himself truly on the streets. A house cat suddenly forced to navigate a world he was never meant to survive in alone. For 13 long years, Panda made the streets his home. Imagine a cat who once knew the comfort of warm beds and regular meals, learning to hunt for scraps and find shelter wherever he could. His ears became destroyed from untreated ear mites that caused painful hematomas. His beautiful fur became so severely matted that it must have been torture to carry around. His gentle house cat nature slowly hardened into the weary instincts of a colony cat, though deep down, that sweet soul was just waiting for the right person to see past his rough exterior. When Billy the Kitten Rescue received a call about this particular colony cat, they knew he was special. Something about Panda suggested he had once belonged to someone. Katie, an experienced foster mom already caring for 6 personal cats, agreed to take him on as her first foster of 2025. The moment Katie met Panda, she knew his name had to reflect his nature. Gentle Giant seemed perfect for this 15-pound teddy bear of a cat who looked grumpy but was really just scared and overwhelmed. On his first day in Katie's bathroom, his new temporary kingdom, Panda lived up to every stereotype of a grumpy old man. He hissed, he glared, and he promptly hid behind the toilet like a furry gargoyle who wanted nothing to do with human kindness. But Katie is patient with senior cats, and by day 2, something magical started happening. This supposedly feral street cat began allowing her to brush his matted fur. By day 3, he was actively seeking pets and making eye contact that Katie described as owl-like, intense, intelligent, and somehow both ancient and vulnerable at the same time. The transformation was remarkable to watch unfold through Katie's daily posts. Here was a cat who had forgotten what human love felt like, slowly remembering that he was once somebody's beloved pet. Of course, Panda's journey wasn't without its challenges. This wasn't a fairy tale makeover where love conquered all overnight. He had his cranky moments, particularly around sudden movements, and the matted fur situation was so severe that Katie couldn't handle it with just brushing. Panda was sensitive about being touched anywhere below his upper back, making the grooming process slow and careful.
We made a lot of progress. It's okay, it's just me. It's just me. Just showing everybody how good we're doing getting all this stuff off.
Katie spent hours working on small sections, building trust one gentle brushstroke at a time, but ultimately knew he would need professional help. When Panda finally made it to his veterinary appointment for neutering and vaccines, the news was bittersweet. The good news, they were able to shave away all that painful matted fur, giving him a somewhat comical mohawk look that made him appear even more like a distinguished older gentleman with an edgy haircut. The challenging news. Panda tested positive for FIV and was estimated to be about 14 years old, with severe periodontal disease that would likely go untreated due to his age and condition. But here's what's beautiful about Panda's story. None of those medical challenges dimmed his spirit or Katie's commitment to him. FIV positive doesn't mean a death sentence. It means a cat who needs a little extra care and can't safely interact with FIV negative cats without precautions. Katie adapted her routine, keeping Panda safely separated from her other 6 cats while still ensuring he received constant love and attention. The daily bathroom visits became a ritual of healing for both cat and human. Katie would sit on the bathroom floor multiple times a day, talking softly to Panda, brushing his newly shortened fur, administering eardrops and eye medications, and just being present while he rediscovered what it meant to be loved.
I think you're getting used to all the kisses. You better get used to them because they're never gonna stop.
What emerged from those bathroom sessions was a personality that defied every stereotype about feral cats or difficult seniors. Panda revealed himself to be incredibly intelligent, making eye contact that felt almost human in its depth and understanding. He loved toys and would play with enthusiasm that belied his age. He enjoyed being brushed and would lean into Katie's gentle touches. Most remarkably, he showed no interest in looking outside, as if he understood that his wandering days were over, and he was exactly where he belonged.
Life off the streets is good. Huh. Good stuff, bud. Good stuff. You'll never go back to the streets again. Ever.
The breakthrough moment came when Panda graduated from the bathroom to having access to Katie's entire bedroom.
I have the door open. Do you want to explore a little bit? Panda, do you want to explore?
Later, he was carefully introduced to the rest of the house and Katie's other cats. The introductions went remarkably well for a cat who had lived independently for over a decade, a testament to Panda's underlying social nature that street life had never fully erased. But Panda's story took another turn when he developed a persistent cough that didn't respond to medication.
Okay.
Katie, now completely devoted to this gentle giant, advocated fiercely for his care. The final outcome brought relief. No cancer, no masses, just some enlarged organs that might be congenital or related to his FIV status, and a benign liver lesion that would simply need monitoring. Throughout all the medical uncertainties, one thing remained constant. Panda's transformation from street survivor to beloved house cat was complete. He had found his person again, and Katie had found something special in return. This wasn't just a rescue story. It was a love story between a woman who believed every cat deserved a chance, and a senior cat who proved that it's never too late for a happy ending. Today, Panda has been officially adopted by Katie, ensuring he'll spend his golden years being spoiled, safe, and adored. In a world that often discards what it considers too old, too damaged, or too difficult, Panda's story is proof that every life has value, and every cat deserves a chance at love. As Panda settles into his new life, lounging on Katie's bed with the confidence of a cat who finally knows he's home, his story continues to touch hearts.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready to go to bed with mommy? Say yeah, Mom.
He's living proof that every senior cat in a shelter, every rough-looking stray, has the potential to be somebody's perfect companion. All they need is someone willing to look past the surface and see the gentle giant waiting underneath.